Hey guys, this is really a major fallout with this Minnesota fraud, man. It's getting worse and worse, man. I don't know what's going on in Minnesota, guys. You guys got to tell me. Leave a comment down below. Whew, I'm getting a lot of feed across the YouTube algorithm, man. It's really going down now, guys. Yeah, they really got an eye on. They got a microscopic eye on Minnesota, and they really coming at them hard. You can't mess with the Union of the United States. This is like the Civil War. It's kind of giving that energy, like you guys of these sanctuary states are going. It's like you're getting attention now. You're getting attention that you didn't expect to get at this level because you could a certain group that was pushing agendas was benefiting from it. So now that you got the other side of the country, that's why it says like the Civil War. If the other side is saying no, we want law and order, we want the unification of states, and we can't have outsiders coming in and trying to separate these states because of agenda. But nevertheless, let's get into this and find out what do you think about what's going on in Minnesota and all these uh, alphabet boys coming in and letters coming in and taking over and straighten things out and showing us with paperwork and everything. So, what is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Yeah, man.
Fallout from the fraud scandal in Minnesota is expanding as the feds surge resources to the Democrat-led state to investigate. Welcome to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. Good morning. I'm Molly Line. Hi, Bill.
Molly, good morning to you. I'm Bill Malugin. Bill Hemmer and Dana Perino have the day off. The Department of Homeland Security releasing new video showing agents going door to door, all as part of a fraud crackdown in the state of Minnesota. This comes after a viral video appeared to show taxpayer-funded daycare centers largely inactive. And pressure is now building for Minnesota Governor Tim Walz to be held accountable.
The cover of today's New York Post saying it all. Walls close in. Republicans calling the scandal evidence of failed Democrat leadership.
Tim Walz and Keith Ellison have been looking the other way. Billions of dollars have been stolen from Minnesota taxpayers.
You can't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. What we're seeing in Minnesota is just the tip of the iceberg.
This has to end. Every American should watch how taxpayer money was spent. You have some of us right now that are calling that out, will continue to call that out. It can't be business as usual for the future success of this country.
Garrett Tenney is live from our Midwest Bureau with a story that just seems to get bigger and bigger. Garrett, good morning.
Molly, good morning to you. The federal crackdown in Minnesota over potential fraud is ramping up on multiple fronts now. Not only do you have DHS and FBI agents on the ground, but the Small Business Administration is now halting all federal funding to the state after identifying $430 million in PPP loans in Minnesota that are suspected of fraud. As we've been reporting, these concerns over fraud, particularly in the child care space in Minneapolis, go back more than a decade, including these surveillance videos that were part of a case prosecuted by Hennepin County back in 2015. The video shows parents checking their kids into a daycare and then walking back out with them minutes later. Our Minneapolis Fox station reported that sometimes the kids wouldn't even show up, and that either way, the businesses would bill the state for a full day of services. This other video shows parents then allegedly receiving envelopes of cash as kickbacks from the owners. The state is responding to these latest allegations of fraud at child care centers, claiming that it's already investigated many of the businesses in Nick Shirley's viral video.
So there have been ongoing investigations with several of those centers. None of those investigations uncovered findings of fraud. One of the centers, Quality Learning Center, closed just over a week ago.
With those claims is that the manager of the Quality Learning Center says they never closed, and they are even open now, and that the state agency was putting out false information. All of this is raising more questions about the credibility of the state agencies who are supposed to be overseeing these programs that are now being investigated.
The fundamental problem here is that we have a governor and an administration that has totally broken its trust with the people of Minnesota. So it's very difficult for any Minnesotan, and it's very difficult for us to take at face value anything that the Walz administration says on this topic.
And that's what I got to say about that. You know, we got to look at this on a light scale. There's Minnesotans and the rest of the United States, because these are federal dollars. This come from all American, not just from the Minnesota. These federal dollars, we all the states gotta say into this. And when it comes to federal dollars going into the state to support Minnesota, these state dollars go across the nation, like for the federal funding for college, for school, for programs. Now, this affecting us all, and I'm glad that Americans are waking up to this, to see that the effect is affecting you. These are your dollars going to one of your states to Minnesota. See, now you're looking at the federal level. Come off the micro level, go to the macro level, as far as all the states in the union. Our dollars is going to different states too. It ain't just Minnesota. Our dollars is going to other federal dollars are going to the state program. So we have a say in Minnesota too. We're all part of the United States of America. So yeah, we worried about that too. We want to know where it's going on, and we can't trust the state neither. And you know, what is your opinion, Down? Do you trust the state to get accurate numbers and have everything above board? We see that we have state whistleblowers all over that was getting fired, getting shut down, or getting totally ignored. So, and some say it was getting threatened. So you got all these complications going on at the state level. So how can we honestly, truly trust the state? We need the federal government to come in and look in there. I'm glad we're doing it now. What is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. Let me know.
As all of these investigations continue, Attorney General Pam Bondi says the Justice Department has now charged 98 individuals in Minnesota with fraud. 85 of them are Somalis, and she says more prosecutions are on the way. Molly?
Garrett Tenney, thank you. Bill?
Are you sick and tired?
Yeah, we're serious about this. We are serious about this. And they got 90 some people, 85 is Somalians. That's crazy.
No.
Molly, for more on this, we are joined by Jonathan Turley. He's a constitutional law professor as well as a Fox News contributor. Jonathan, as always, great to see you and good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Bill.
So we just heard it in Garrett's report there. Minnesota officials say they've looked into some of these centers in that now viral video. They found no fraud. And Jonathan, they're still being paid. Take a listen to what they had to say.
Each of the facilities mentioned in the video has been visited at least once in the last 6 months as part of our typical licensing process. For the current child care centers that have been named in the video, we have not paused. There isn't a current pause on any of their payments. As we gain more information from the folks that are out visiting today and gathering additional information, that may change. But currently, there is no pause on any of the those individual centers.
Jonathan, it's kind of hard to believe, but they haven't even paused those payments to maybe look into it a little bit further. Give us your thoughts.
Well, this surge of federal resources into Minnesota is going to help a great deal. You know, the fact is you can't have this extensive level of alleged fraud without interstate criminal activity. Most of this is interstate. They're using wires and phones, and they're transporting out of state. So the feds have a basis to go in there. In addition to the fact that some of this is playing with federal money. You know, if Minnesota wants to burn billions, then do that if that's what they want to do. But they can't do that if it's a federal crime, and they sure can't do that with federal money. And when Governor Walz says, well, you know, I've been trying to get more authority, fraud's been illegal for a long time. I mean, you've been and there have been some prosecutions in the past. This isn't a lack of authority. This appears to be a lack of interest, impulse, a lack of effort by state regulators and prosecutors. So we'll see what the feds come up with here. But Minnesota is really looking at a mountain of hurt coming down on them because this is getting worse by the day.
Another thing that's kind of been uncovered through all this process and these investigations is Minnesota apparently has a voter policy that allows registered voters to, quote, vouch for up to 8 other people who want to do same-day voter registration. Here's a little excerpt of that policy. It says, quote, a registered voter can vouch for up to 8 voters. You cannot vouch for others if someone vouched for you. Jonathan, is the honor system a good way to run elections?
It's so bizarre. It's really breathtaking. The fact is, most of the citizens in this country, according to polls, just want voter ID, that you just show your ID, you confirm your identification, and you've got states like Minnesota coming up with these kindergarten rules instead of just having simple voter ID systems that work. This is overwhelmingly popular with American voters. And so we really have to sort of hash through this in the coming election. It's going to be one of the issues that's going to be in the forefront, because we have new investigations that are showing serious problems in a lot of states with ongoing voter ID failures.
And I do want to ask you about the ongoing case against the alleged D.C. Pipe bomber suspect. He's got a hearing later this afternoon, a detention hearing, after prosecutors say he confessed to the crime. Here's U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro. A post she put on social media says, quote, "My office has filed court documents that Brian Cole Jr., accused of placing pipe bombs outside the RNC and DNC, has admitted that he was responsible for the devices and gave a detailed confession to the charged offenses, telling law enforcement he was frustrated with both political parties." Jonathan, obviously the feds expected to tell the court they want this guy to stay in custody. Got about a minute left here. Give us your thoughts.
Well, this is a lot like the Charlie Kirk prosecution with Robinson. It's becoming a pretty much clear-cut case. You've got incriminating statements made after Miranda was given. The real issue here, I think, is to focus people who are engaging in the rage rhetoric today, that this is the type of person that you are triggering, that when you start calling ICE Nazis and other opponents fascists, when you say democracy is dying, these are the people who are hearing that and treating it as a license to turn to violence.
All right, got to leave it there. Constitutional law professor Jonathan Turley, always great to see you. We will be seeing plenty more of you in the new year, I'm sure. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, that's right on time, guys. Listen, I have to close my eyes, listen to this guy speak. He came eloquently speak. He's a constitutional law guy. See, that's what I tell you. Most Americans got to study constitutional law. With all this technology knowledge out there, social media, you can learn so much on your own. Take time, go to the library for an hour, 2 hours, and take your time and write down something that's learned. They got people that can speak on it from A to Z, like this guy could. He's an expert on constitutional law, so you know he knows about the Constitution. These type of professors, these people guys, when they want to make 100,000, they go teach 6 months at a university. They're a professor. They got tenure. You know what I mean? They know what they're talking about. They in it. They stay abreast of it. So, yeah, man, just what you got to do. Constitutional law. Uh, we need that in Minnesota. What's going on? Like I said, a lot of things going to pop open. A lot of things going to be revealed on different levels at the state level government, and you're going to see a lot of people, more people get arrested. Is that good or a bad thing? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. We're gonna get this on up on the internet, get it out. I think we need this to shed more light on Minnesota. We need to really make the Minnesota example, so other states can start cleaning up before we even go there. Because they think this constitution, these what do you call them, these sanctuary cities, they get around all this. Nah, we coming, we're coming, and each time we learn more from each other state to bring to the next state. So without further ado, tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. This is a reaction video. This is definitely a reaction video on a news channel. I really appreciate this. This provoked some thoughts in my mind, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. So have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this as well. Leave a comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, please. Yeah, it's going down, man. Man, I didn't know all this stuff was going in Minnesota. Uh, yeah. We're right on time. Okay, let's go. Let's go open this one. Stop recording.